Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing a romance TBR of some books that are like popular and secular books, and then some that are Christian fiction. So I'm going to share the popular secular ones first and then Christian fiction last, so you can skip around if you want to see certain ones. But yeah, these are just some romance books that are on my radar, and some of them I do own, and then some of them either aren't out yet or I just have to get them from the library. So let's do this. The first one is a YA book that's very popular. It's Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I know that Haley Pham in particular has super hyped this book, and I think Lynn Painter just came out with a new book that is also doing pretty well. This book is her debut release, I think, and it is YA. I've heard that it's clean and just very cute and sweet, so I definitely want to see what all the hype is about. This had a ton of holds on it, and it still has 10 after me, so I need to read it, you know, ASAP before I need to return it. So I am going to add this one to my TBR for February, and you know, let's hope that I can read all of these books. But this one truly does need to be read just because it has to go back to the library. But I'm really excited. I don't know much about it, but I'm kind of in the mood for like famous people falling in love. Not that this is like that, just like to do with like reality versus what's the opposite of reality? Fantasy, I guess? I don't know. Okay, I'll stick with YA. So the next one is You Have a Match by Emma Lord. I read Tweet Cute by this author a couple years ago, and I really enjoyed it. It was just a fun book because of the characters. They were just very dynamic, and I enjoyed seeing their interactions, and it just was very cute. And this book has always been on my radar just because I like the cover, and it is about this girl who does a DNA test and finds out that she has either a half-sister or a step-sister. I guess it has to be a blood relative. So some kind of sister that she didn't know existed, and she I think she goes to camp and they like meet there, but then she meets a boy too. I don't know, but I just want to try another Emma Lord book. She has quite a few books out now, but this is the next one that I want to try, so we shall see. Okay, next is Falling for Your Best Friend's Twin by Emma St. Clair. This author is all over Instagram. She is an indie author and she writes clean romance, so that definitely appeals to me, and her covers are just so cute. I really like her Instagram as well. And I was gifted Falling for Your Best Friend by this author. And I read the note in this book, and she said that you can read them as standalones, but you'll get the most out of it if you read them in order. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I do own the first book on ebook, Falling for Your Best Friend's Twin. But I don't think this is book 2. I might just have to just read this book because, oh, I love this cover. Like, I really like the color blocking, and it's just so cute. Like, her covers, I love them. So yeah, I do have Falling for Your Best Friend's Twin on my TBR. Hopefully, I do plan to get to it this year, and then hopefully this one too, but I would like to read the whole series eventually. Okay, next into adult, I do have this book, Nora Goes Off Script. So this book, I think, was another Haley Pham recommendation. So I think she had said that this is clean, and this one sounds fun because it is about a woman who is like a screenwriter, I think, and then they end up needing to use her house as part of the set. So she ends up meeting the lead guy and stuff goes on from that. It just sounds really fun, and this is like a shorter book. It's one of those like really tall hardcovers, but yeah, I think it'll be a quick read, and I did hear that it was clean, and I'm interested in it. So I do have it from the library. There are no holds on this one, so I won't prioritize it because I could always renew it if I don't get to it by the due date. But yeah, so this is another one. Hopefully it's good. Okay, next is Waiting for Tom Hanks by Kerry Winfrey, I think. This is another kind of like based on movies, and it just sounds cute. This author has quite a few books, and my library has all of them, thankfully, so I would be interested in trying this one. Her covers are super fun, and we'll see. I don't know. I haven't actually seen anyone review these books, so I don't know if they're good, but I just was like browsing, you know, romance, and I saw these ones and I was like, oh yeah, I remember when they were releasing, and I was interested, but then I just never got to them, so we shall see. So on to the Christian romance books. So the first one is Dear Henry, Love Edith. And this one in particular has been getting quite a bit of hype. And then my friend Katie did recommend it to me like directly. She was like, I think you're gonna love this. It's very funny. And so I definitely am interested in it. I think it is a new release. I think it came out in January. So hopefully I can get my hands on it somehow. I haven't checked if my library has it yet, but it is super cute looking, and I don't know, it just sounds like it'll be good because it is based on two characters that think they're writing to like an older person, and so they're just like writing back and forth, and you know, they start to like really connect, and then they realize that they are each other's same age, so there could be romance there if they wanted to, and that does sound cute, so we'll see. Okay, this next one, I'm not sure if it's specifically Christian, but it is published by either Tyndale or Thomas Nelson, I forget, one of the T's, but it's Without a Hitch, and this is an author duo, and it just sounds very funny. So it's about this wedding planner who ends up having to plan her ex-boyfriend's wedding, and you know, I'm sure funny, awkward things happen, and I don't think it's a romance with the ex-boyfriend. I think it's a romance with someone else. But yeah, I've just always been interested in this one, and then the cover is super funny because there's like a guy like in a parachute, I think. He's like gliding in the air, I don't know. So it just like interested me, you know. Okay, next is Hope Harbor by Irene Hannon. So Irene Hannon, she writes like romantic suspense series, but then she does have this super long Hope Harbor series that I think is just contemporary romance. And I've never read anything by this author. I do own one of her books, but I don't know. She's just one of those romantic suspense authors that I never tried. And then I've been seeing her, I think she's still publishing. There might be like 9 books or something in this Hope Harbor series, but Hope Harbor is the first one, and I'm just interested in it. Like, maybe I would really like her contemporary romance over romantic suspense, just because I haven't had much luck with romantic suspense lately, so I'm kind of like not interested in picking it up, but contemporary romance always is a good time, so I don't know. I'm interested in this one. I think it is fairly popular too for her releases, so. Okay, next, this is a new release, and I think it releases actually in March, or maybe, yeah, early in the spring. A Novel Proposal by Denise Hunter. Okay. Me and Denise Hunter, you know, we don't have a lot of luck together, but it's fine. This book sounds like the exact plot of Book Lovers? No. Beach Read. Beach Read by Emily Henry. Book Lovers is also by Emily Henry, but it's not that one. Beach Read, because it is about this author who has a writer's block and goes to a small beach town to try to get the juices flowing again, and her neighbor is a grumpy dude. I don't think he's also an author, but basically it's very similar to how Beach Read was, but it's going to be a Christian book. So I have hope for it. I think I do want to try it. We'll see. But yeah, also a cute cover, and it just intrigued me, the premise. So that is why I'm interested in it. But those are all of the romance books right now that are on my radar. I am just like really trying to find quality romances to read and then also recommend to you guys. And sometimes you just have to trial and error it and read some things that are like, oh, okay, I liked it, but like there was a couple things that weren't so great. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with like sifting through recommendations to really find the good books, because that's what you have to do. Sometimes you just don't know until you read it. So that's what I'm excited about. I hope that you guys got some ideas from this video. You can see what I'm interested in reading, and if you've read any of these, definitely let me know how you felt about them. And that is everything. I'm going to write them all down below. Have a good day, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye. The first one is Dear Henry. Okay. So on to the Christian romance books. So the first one is Dear Henry, Love Edith.